What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Babu, and you're watching Babu Speaks. So I'm gonna attempt to redo this one. The last one, the the video didn't take, or whatever the case may be. Um, that's not right. There we go. Hey, the lightning bug effect. Yeah. Y'all might wonder what that is, what that means. I'm gonna break it down for you. That's what I'm here for. It's okay. You're in good hands with Allstate. Alrighty then. Make sure my levels are good. And okay, yeah. Turn that off. Turn that off. I be having fun with the mixing board. Yo, yo. Test. All right. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So the lightning bug effect. I came up with the term. Maybe there is somewhere in somebody's book or notes where they have termed or coined the phrases they say. But I'm going to give it to you from my perspective and from how I got it. So to put it in illustrative form, if you remember when you were a kid, and maybe some of y'all live in some rural areas and you still do it to this day. But let me tell you, you're wrong for doing it. No, I'm saying. Lightning bugs. If you don't know what they are, they're the ones that at night in the dawn or dusk, whatever one is, in the evening time when the sun sets and it starts to get dark and they start to come out and they start to swarm around, and you'll see bugs flying, and you'll see, even if you don't actually see the bug from a distance, you'll see the green glow, and it's like a turn signal. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They're really pretty as far as nature's concerned. As far as nature goes, they're pretty. They're beautiful bugs. They're kind of an anomaly. They don't make no trouble. They don't bother you. They'll probably try to float away from you if you walk up to it. But they are catchable. They don't really fly that fast. They're peaceful. They're really they don't bother nobody. They're not like mosquitoes and cicadas and all that other shit. And they are the only insect that I know of personally that has a bright light. Because if you distance, like block away, I mean, you could just see them, especially if they're in the field and there's a lot of them, and they glow brightly. And they don't have electricity. So if you're thinking, oh well, how's he bugging? Don't be stupid. They have a dust that's on their body, and it 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 emits a glow. Um, you ever seen lightning bugs? Probably Google it if you've never seen one. Maybe you live in a city, New York or DC. I mean, DC still has them on the outskirts, but like in inner cities, you're probably not gonna really see those. But if you live in a rural area or area that has, trees and forests or what have you, you can see them, and they come onto the road too. Um, at the end of the day, they're a beautiful creature. Man has, and I say in general, mankind has learned a habit of captivating and incarcerating beautiful things for its own pleasure, for his own use, for his own personal gain, for his own personal benefit. And the lightning bug is no exception to that. I've done it myself, but I've caught one in my hand because I was curious, and I look in your hand and it still glows. It's like, oh, but I'm like, okay, that's cool. It don't sting, don't bite. It literally just sits there and it's just like, it don't even try to fly out your hand. It's submissive. and then I let it go. And it goes on about his business and whatever it's designed to do, and it does that until someone takes it from him. But there are people that will take a lightning bug and get a mason jar and get a lid with brews in the top and screw it on, and they'll keep it as if they could feed it. Like you don't even know what it eats. Like you literally just put it in its own casket, honestly. But um, they'll look at it and they'll shake it and do all this other dumb shit to this creature. And then when they're done, they'll put whatever, and then they'll go about their business. Right? Follow me so far? You're picking up what I'm putting down because I'm not. It's literal, but it's not so much literal. You gotta look read between the lines, which that's what I'm here for. We're gonna dig into this. So it's a bug, obviously, and bugs don't communicate. Now do they? Until they're dead. And they're like, he communicated his death. He's no longer breathing, moving, or glowing or anything. And the person just discards it and probably go tries to catch another one, right? Now, I'm not judging in that scenario when you go catch an actual insect and you do whatever. Like, then it's really not fair because that is not a pest. They don't come in your house. They don't invade your house. They don't sting you. They don't do nothing. They give the world some light at nighttime when it's dark. And that is a beautiful thing, a beautiful creature to be able to do that because not too many living things can do that. Unless you're a nightlight and you do that regularly. But now take that illustration and now apply that to people. And that's there we dig into what the lightning bug effect is. It is honestly worse than the friend zone. So my interpretation and understanding of what the friend zone is a guy or girl, because it's not biased to sexual orientation. Anybody can be in a friend zone. And typically the friend zone is someone that likes someone and is all in their thoughts for this person. And the person likes certain aspects of that person, but not enough to let them in on a romantic side. But they like everything else about them. It's kind of like, liking a Toyota Camry, but not liking the payment because the payment requires dedication. It requires responsibleness. It requires adhering to certain things and making that payment. Nobody want to make that payment. But you like the car. The car is cute. It's got tinted windows. It's 350 horsepower. It's got rims on it. It's got profile type. You see what I'm saying? It's got a lot of nice things I like, but I don't want to sit here and be responsible enough to keep that up. That's some deep shit. um, but the car just wants to be driven. It just wants to feel alive. So the car sticks around. But in friend zone situations, I don't know. I'm just going off of my experience. I don't think the friend zone things last very long because that person is intentionally waiting for you because the way that you give your friendship, it could be considered gaslighting a little bit, maybe. And not everybody, don't take offense to it, but there are some. And it could be like gaslighting because the friendship that you give, you know what it's going to pull out of that person who you know has hope for you. You feel me? And eventually, when that person realizes that you don't think two shits about them for real, and then that's when they start to move and fall back in that friendship. Because then when they start making you act and stand on business as a friend and what you've been gaslightingly giving them, then that tension starts to build. It's like boom, boom. And then you have to stand on business because now you're like, oh man, this person is really serious. As if you didn't fucking know to begin with, bitch, bum, whatever. men, women, the same. And then you start being mean to this person that's only loved and cherished and worshipped you, right? That's friend zone shit. Now that shit just it just dissipates and eventually is over with. The lightning bug effect is a little different because the lightning bug effect is in that person, that bug that's in that mason jar that's breathing as best he can. He's accepted 100% that you don't want him or her, that it will never be. But because ad- they adore you, they have such reverential respect. That's like a heavenly level of respect, loyalty, honor, trust, admiration, all the accolades, all whatever. You feel me? That they put you in a category where you can't do no fucking wrong. And naming no names. This was probably about 2 years ago. Got the shit slapped out of me, and not in a malicious way. It was just this person was a little drunk, you know. She was a little drunk, and at this point, my best friend still is. We laugh about it now, and it was like a scene out of a fucking movie. I'm not gonna lie, it was like a scene out of a fucking movie. She just literally walked across the floor at us and from the bar to where I was by the door and literally just did this. And I was like, because every time I come in, like all the girls, like, I'm friendly with everybody and everybody's friendly with me. And, I bring the light. Keep that in mind, keyword light. And I'm harmless. And I float through there and I was like, oh, she's coming to give me a dramatic hug. And literally, like, I don't know how she timed this shit, y'all. I don't. Walked across the floor, arms wide, like gone with the wind type shit. And literally on cue, perfect distance. And I'm like, because again, I'm harmless. Most dudes have been like, bitch, what the fuck? And snapped on her, crashed out, whatever. Like, I have to process and I have to like, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't like go off or I don't know. But again, that reverential, which is a heavenly, is beyond anything human comprehension. And I call it supernatural. And she had that. I call her my guardian angel, one of them. Um, and the first thing I said is, that's what we're doing. And I could tell she was already lit. So immediately, I'm not gonna really fault her, but like I'm seeing where this goes at this point. And she giggled and giggled, and then she realized, oh, he's serious. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, and I was like, it's all good. It's all, you didn't hurt me, you know. Um, it stung and it kind of threw me off, shot me a little bit, but like I just chalked it up to her being drunk. It is what it is. But getting in a little deeper, obviously, and when I'm saying when I'm speaking in reference to myself, I'm speaking in a figurative sense. There is a mason jar that I've been placed in by these dancers, certain ones that I've tried to pursue, certain ones that I've shot my shot with, um, or certain ones that just fit in my desirable, attractive category. Because again, these if you ever been in the strip club and don't give a fuck, well, I'm gonna take that back. The ones around here in West V, and obviously DC, Baltimore, those places. Those girls are gorgeous on the outside, and then there's some, and those are the ones I seek out. I seek out the ones that don't that are not just absolutely drop dead gorgeous, perfect bodies, and about business and boss type shit, but also the character. Um, I look for the character because I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, like there's plenty men and women that literally will sell their souls for a beautiful person who has an ugly character. And that's kind of sad, but like at the end of the day, like I don't even judge them. I'm just like, that's not me. You could be Halle Berry. You could be Jennifer Lopez. If your character is ugly, I could give two fucks about you or your money. Case in point, I remember back when I was living in Alabama, separated, well, divorced from my ex-wife at the time, uh, and I was dating this girl who masters, studying for her bachelor's, had her own house, plenty bread, plenty money. I was literally just finding my way as far as jobs. I was trying to start my own business and I was doing stuff. I wasn't a bum or really like broke. I was growing myself. Still was young, shit. You feel me? But I was still as independent mentally as I am now. But I just made more money now, and I had three kids, two toddlers and a baby, like a baby. Um, and being that I was breaking the cycle of what my dad did when he divorced my mom when I was 7, he left, and I hadn't seen him for 30 years till it was 5 years before he died. You feel me? Like I didn't want to be there. I wanted to break that cycle, and I did with my kids. I have a bond with all 5 of my kids. None of them been locked up, arrested, or even like had a. They don't even know what handcuffs feel like. So I broke that statistic or that cycle that I was looped in. Because I probably feel like I should have helped design handcuffs. Oh, this would be a lot more ergonomic. These are better than the ones I had on last time. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had quite a few pair of handcuffs when I was young. Did 6 years, locked up when I was 18, got out when I was ooh, 24. I mean, I'm sorry, 28 or whatever. But at the end of the day, I haven't had a felony in 33 years. So, like, I mean, I did something right, right? My kids have never had a felony. They've never, my daughter's probably had maybe one speeding ticket in her entire life. My son, maybe he's had a couple, but he's never been locked up. And he's never done anything violent except, have an attitude. But so I feel proud about that. Um, uh, my son got his GED. My two oldest daughters got their diploma. You feel me? My oldest daughter's married with kids. That's why I'm Babu. Babu's Swahili for granddad. If you didn't know. Um, at the end of the day, my kids are doing productive things that they want to do. My son is an amazing writer. And that is not being. I'm not blowing smoke. You look him up. KS. The S is a dollar sign. K dollar sign 290. KS 290. Look him up. He's on every platform. He does his own distribution through um, DistroKid, whichever one of those distribution companies. He's doing streams, making music. He's making money. He has 3 albums right now, fully written, ready to record. Like I'm proud of that. He wrote songs for me. I just literally got him to write me a song um this past week. He just told me today that song is done, right? So he's doing some good stuff. But the girl that I was dating at the time, back when they were all young, excuse me. So the problem with people that, and I tell this to girls all the time, like a rich dude, a dude with money, you're probably gonna have trouble with him because they know what they want and they're gonna stand on business and they don't need you. They want whatever they deal with you. They want something. They want your company, they want your attention, they want your affection. They don't want no money from you if they're fucking good like that, right? She don't want money from me. She didn't want none of that. But at the end of the day, she had no kids, so she didn't have the temperament or the mentality to really deal with babies and have babies. And I am a very loyal to my kid type of father. I'm not a bum baby dad, none of that type shit. Feel me? So like we weren't me and my ex-wife weren't together, but at the end of the day, like kids came with me on the weekends, and she was kind enough or nice enough, whichever one you want to go with, to say your kids could stay the weekend. She had a nice house, big house, whatever, had room. Um, and she was studying for a bachelor's. Uh, and so at the end of the day, it was we only dated like a couple months, whatever. But there was one time, and see, this story is emphasizing the point that I don't give a fuck what you got or how good you look. I won't stand on business when it comes to loyalty principles and my boundaries. That I, the ones that I did have then. Um, and one day, I don't know, they wasn't even really that. They wasn't really loud. They were active fucking babies. They're toddlers. um, and she was complaining about the noise, and I think I quieted him down. But she said something I think that was really uh, it was to the left, and it was something that I was like, oh hell no. I I I I I rode the time. When my kids went back, I bounced, never to go back. I didn't care what she had. And she wanted to marry me and everything. And then when she seen how serious I was about defending the integrity of my kids, she felt bad. But it was more so that the good man that she had that didn't like try to make her feel less because he was intimidated by her money or status. I didn't give a fuck if you work in the tallest building in Montgomery, Alabama. Who cares? You know, I really I liked her. We got along. It was a good relationship. We didn't never really argue until my kids came into it. If you can't accept my kids, bitch, I can't accept you. Period. End of the story. You know, not everybody's like that. You got parents, single parents that let motherfuckers come in their lives and literally just bully, abuse, and talk shit to their fucking kids and talk about their kids type shit. Like, nah, we don't do that. If you got anything negative to say about my kids, and I know that that's deeply ingrained in you, bitch, bye. I will find another you. Actually, no, I'll find a better you. I don't want you because you don't like kids. The fuck? No, we ain't doing that. So literally, I dipped and stayed in a hotel for a little bit until I had to stay in my car until I can get something else. I literally sacrificed and suffered in silence so that I could keep my kids free from that. That's who I was then. And I think that changed a little bit. I'm gonna shorten it up because the camera, I swear to God, the camera cuts off any of this broadcast. I'm gonna be really upset. The last 6 years, I've frequented Lust Strip Club, Gentleman's Club in Martinsburg. Before I get to that, what put me in such a giving and tolerant state? And I'm not blaming. I'm just giving you guys a little illustration of I'm trying to explain what after I got out of prison in 2000. I mean, I'm sorry, not in 2000. After I got out of prison in '98, from '98 till now, it just passed last year. It only been 3 years. Well, it progressively got worse in the last 3 years. Um, Never caught a felony. I did get locked up last year, but my lawyer beat that. They dropped everything. Um, I never had a active everything that I did as an adolescent, teenager, whatever, before I got locked up. I have not done none of that from then till now. 30 some years. I stopped hanging with the wrong motherfuckers who were like getting in trouble, getting in and out of, I stopped stealing cars, started buying them. I started working jobs, and from 2000 until fucking now, I kept jobs. And 2000 from 2000 to 2007, I had over 40 jobs, one full, one part, always, until I started doing construction. Right, in 2004, I started doing construction, and I would do that and then do it like a night job or some shit. But I like the construction because I love to be able to move around type thing. The little bit of freedom. I can't stand a job where I got 12 hours and I'm in one spot, and then I'm only getting two 10-minute breaks in an hour or 30-minute lunch. Like, I can't stand those jobs. And the jobs where they don't really train you and let you know exactly with like no real type of structure, I know from the rip, I'm gonna get fired from this job because I'm literally I'm gonna make you do your job. If you're a manager, instructor, or whatever the fuck you are, you gotta instruct me, bitch. But they'll fault you for what you don't know. And they didn't teach you for you not to know it. I don't know. That's weird. But those jobs, I detest those jobs. I swear. So being a contractor or working with contractors was fun. And what gave me, maybe I've always been that eccentric. And if you don't know what eccentric means, most people go in a straight line, and an eccentric person will go in a curve or an arc and get there at the same time. That's what eccentric means. You means you chart your own course and you still do it, and maybe better, or 10 times better than the person that's following all the rules. That's what eccentric essentially means. Um, it was one day I was working for this dude, Bubba Crook, and he had this. I swear he lived up to his last name. That was really his name, Crooks, Crook. Not without the S, but Crook. Uh, and I was the most reliable person. I was a helper, and becoming a helper, I think, was the best thing, the best way to start, because I learned to anticipate what the tile mechanic was needed or was doing before he asked, like, "Oh, I need it. Boom, it's right here, bro." Oh, I became so valuable and so fucking valuable and more valuable. I don't know another word for that, but the owner, I was the only one who had a car. Me and Mike Lee, he was one of the top guys. Very flawless motherfucker. He coming in, pop, 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 and be out, in and out. However long it took. The rest of them were misfits. D Rock, he was good, but he was a fucking misfit and he was a drunk, But me and Mike were the only ones that had cars, so like I became even more valuable to the boss, whose last name was Crook, white man from Alabama. Coincidence? I think not. So obviously he relied heavily on my asset of having a car, right? So Mike Lee, one of the master towel setters, not about to let him get up and stop production. He's gonna send my ass with the other car to go pick up stuff. So I'm picking up towel, I'm picking up all kind of shit for these jobs. My car down, wear and tear. He didn't even want to really give me gas. On top of that, D Rock, Day Day, like all the people that work in that bitch on the crew, I was picking them up. Mike Lee, he just drove his little simple ass straight on to the job, and he was really good at what he did. Man was cool. I had no problem with him. And then he didn't have to bear the burden of being the company Lyft driver and then picking up all the stuff all the time. That was me. And I made 230, 240, maybe 300 a week. And I was his best helper. Like I would go in and grout a fucking whole house in a day. If you know anything about tile work, ceramic tile, porcelain tile, slate, marble, whatever, oh, that is a task. And if you got a tile setter, because it was one, two, maybe three tile setters, and there was like two or three helpers for the most part. And at the end of the day, you talking about grouting one, two, maybe three bathrooms, the kitchen floor, you know, and maybe another like that shit's it's not a walk in the park when you got nasty tile setters and joints are fucking fucked up and dirty and whatever. You got to clean, scrape that, and the cleaning is what takes a lot of the time, right? I will go in there, bitch. I'm talking about a couple hours, bop, 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 and be done. And then, like, I got to the point where he was trying to send to another house. Eric, we're gonna stall. No, go home. Because you're not paying me no fucking money. You're not paying me money to move like that. But what put me in the entrepreneur spirit was I had the car, I had the motion. He would send me to go do repairs for real people. So he had a contract with a realty company for new built homes. No customer, but he would send me to go talk to customers outside of that realm. And those customers apparently didn't like his price. Lady asked me, and she said, how much did you charge for this? Oh, you have to call Mr. Crook. His name is so funny. It's kind of like, Billy Goat. This morning, that shit was funny. Had a guy named Billy and a guy named Goat, and it's Billy. Anyway, yeah, I had to watch episode 11 to get that. But at the end of the day, uh, directed her to the owner, and she said, "Now, how much would you charge?" And I swear to God, lightning bug, but a light bulb went off in my head. It's like, well, okay. I had a little sense of loyalty because he was my boss, whatever, whatever, whatever. I didn't really take his business. But then I seen he really didn't appreciate me. So then I started taking his business. I started taking people. And I was like, oh, boom, I do it for this, this, this. I am already doing the work. I'm already picking up the supplies. I'm doing everything. The only thing that Crook, or Mr. Crook, sorry, is doing is shooting orders while he goes back home and gets on his laptop or sit in his truck and be on his laptop or whatever. And yes, he's generate more business. He did what the boss was supposed to do, but he did not show appreciation equally across the board. Mike Lee's the only one that got treated like gold. If he left, he's screwed. But at the end of the day, he had a star in his midst, a budding star in his midst. because I promise you, I'm a bad motherfucker when it comes to remodeling. Go to my Facebook page, the People's Tile Company. Tile is Tile. Company is CO, abbreviated for company, period. 5,000 pictures of my work for the last 10 years. Luxury bathrooms, 7 foot by 5 foot bathrooms. Showers, I mean. The shower was just 5 foot by 7 foot. Biggest one I ever did. Beautiful. I'm him. I promise you when it comes to that. Look up work. Go on my Facebook page and tag me and say, can anybody stamp and approve him as a contractor? And I promise you, you'll probably have 100 comments in that. I promise you. Um, but then I didn't know. I wasn't him. I was just him with energy, ethic, and loyalty and dedication. But it put me in an entrepreneurial spirit, and eventually I built myself to where I am now. All right. So, but in all this time in Alabama, 12 years a slave master, that's what I was. My mom and my ball sharing sibling, he's not my brother no more. Fuck him. If you're watching, I hope you sucking a dick while you're watching me with spikes in it. Like, fuck him. Rob me of my inheritance, bruh. Fuck you. And I say that with my chest, nigga. You can text me from my address. Like, I know you live, but you ain't worth it. But if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm here, my nigga. But in those 12 years I lived in Alabama, not once did they come to visit. Neither one of them. Before she was sick, she wasn't even sick then. When I was in Alabama, struggling, trying to be the father that my dad, taking care of my kids. Feel me? I stayed there to bond with my kids. I knew I could make more money in DC. I like what I was starting to do with that business. And eventually let that go and try to do it on my own. It's kind of rough with no asset capitals, whatever. Eventually found a good job making 2 bands a month. And in Alabama, that's a lot of fucking money. But the motherfucker he was a fucking supervisor. He didn't like my style. He didn't like the way everybody loved me. Everybody fucking fuck with me. He didn't like how I went from an entry level position to fucking a top tier position, not a manager position, but like in this company, you had the entry level position where it was a silicone metal plant. I didn't know that silicone was in so much stuff. Fucking cat. Toothpaste. Uh, it goes in every fucking thing except food. Silicone is very resourceful. But they had these furnaces. They had 3 furnaces that burned at 3,300 degrees. So you have uh, a tapper, which is the one that was he was on the bottom. So the head tapper was on the platform working the furnace, making sure that furnace stay hot, make sure that oil comes out that bitch, make sure that when you plug that hole don't bust open, make sure that you have pots at the bottom to to catch that to catch that shit when it comes out. Make sure it was a hard job, right? But when I'm curious about something, I learn it better than the one that's teaching me. I have to. That's just the way my brain works. Systematic. Um, which is why when I do things, it's always in a precise nature, which always gets done in the same general time, um, with the same general outcome. It's like what they call it, cookie cutter. Boom, 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 boom. I do the same thing, and if you make me deviate from that, then you confuse my flow and my process, and then I'm kind of like fucked up at that point. So that's why I don't let people help me when I'm cooking and grilling and things because I have a process. If you can jump in and fit in, bet. And even when I hire people as helpers, oh, can I help? No, you can't help like Ty, because then I got to slow the fuck down to show you. But I mean, it's kind of like a double-edged sword with that one. But I came in as a tapper. I thought it was more interesting up top. I was like, man, and plus it didn't pay more money, right? So I'm like, man, that shit looks interesting. It's like fun. Like you got this fucking green ass fire retardant, and I promise you, that suit didn't mean a goddamn thing. That shit comes out at 3,000 degrees. That suit don't mean shit. If that fucking furnace pop and blow, and it has done that in its history, um, but if that fucking shit pops out on that fire retardant suit with fire retardant face mask and shield, whatever, and all that, you gonna be. That's like standing on a volcano. Like I don't give a fuck if you had the most fire retardant fire suit in the world. It don't matter. It was a very dangerous job. Hazardous pay was a must. But at the end of the day, I just was I just was intrigued, like looking up there. And so the guy that I was partnered with, me and him became real good friends. T Bell, Terrence Bell was his name. And so when I was so like what my job was when that shit's coming and he's bopping that jump and he's like switch them fucking goddamn so it was a huge it looked like a little teapot without a handle, but it was on a little base with train wheels. It was a train track that went around the furnace, and you had to move that other one, and you had to move it right. And if you fucked up, literally, like now you got the furnace that can't be plugged immediately, and then you had that shit coming straight down, and it's really fucking some shit up. But like when that jump come and you move that jump, and it's like you gotta move them the same time, and then boom, you do that successful. You know you got at least an hour to 2 hours for that jump to fill up, right? Unless the furnace is pouring too fucking fast. But when I wasn't in that intense situation, and then I have three casts, each little teapot. I'm gonna call it. Hey, my teapot. Hey, wait a minute. It comes around to the tap situation, and then that table actually moves. So you pour one, boom, pour another one, boom, pour another one, leave it up, and then they have this little fucking little thing. It was like a little car with a handle, and then you clean that pot out really good into an empty cask. When the cask cool, you pop them out and then you take them away. Um, and then you clean it out and then you put it right back to be. It was time. It was time sensitive, right? But when I didn't have shit going on, I would go up on the deck and talk to him, and I would learn and see what he's doing, and boom, boom, boom. And then I got to the point where I'm like, he's let me put on this his protective equipment, and then let me get up in there. And I'm telling you, it's some scary stuff to hear that machine roaring the way it do, and then that piece that's a conduit, and that the electricity pulls that metal, and you just got that shit flowing. And I'm telling you, in less than 6 months, I became a head tapper. So I say that to say that I don't know why that the manager, because it wasn't like I was coming for his job. At the end of the day, if you're doing your job right, you're not going to lose your job. It's not the kind of company. But he hated on me because of my tenacity and my adamant mentality of mastering shit and being really good at it. And it was weird because the furnaces were completely off. They were shut down. They probably wasn't even gonna come on that night. And when there's no work, I'm the lazy person, and I'm literally like I probably would just sit down and room, and I fall behind T Bells, kind of lead a little bit. Maybe I would abuse it a little bit more, but he caught me in their sleep. What you call T Bell? Sleep plenty of times, but he liked him and liked me. I'm from DC. I ain't from there. I don't talk like you country motherfuckers. You feel me? And that ain't even a slight on y'all. Like I love the Southerners accent. Actually, I love New Orleans more. Alabama. I love the country accent. But when you talk as ignorant as fuck and you just doing it because you want to, I don't like that. I'm sorry. But I didn't talk that way. I talk very proper. I talk very intellectually correct. I don't know. I just talk different. I was different. I'm from somewhere else. And that's why they fired me off of one incident. Now, mind you, during the time that he fired me, this is during the summer, I'm one of the only few that literally would work double, triple shifts. I didn't give a fuck. I'm bringing $1,900 home every 2 weeks. I didn't give a fuck, bro. I'm a hard ass worker. I came in that bitch sweating my ass off. I was literally sucking on Satan's dick. That's how hot it was in there. It was hot as shit. Alabama, if you ever been down there, 98% humidity, 100 temperature, 110 on the heat index with a 98, bruh, you gonna die. You ain't came for a car with fucking AC. You ain't got motherfucking goddamn a house with AC with window units. Most of the houses had window units, whatever. You didn't have that. You was never escaping the heat. That's why I'm so dark now. I was light, bright, damn near white when I went down there. And now I'm lighting up a little bit. I don't like niggas. I don't like niggas. But no. All right. So when I got fired from that, then I started doing my own thing with the home mom. Then I eventually did that for 20 years. All right, or 15 at that point. And it's just people see something special in you. They either gonna love you or hate you. There's no in between. I don't think sometimes. Um, Eventually, I found my way to West V. Started going to strip clubs with my bro at the time, and then eventually landed in Lust. I'm in Lust now. I'm making six figures a year at this roofing company. Bread, year after year after year. First year, I bought my dream car, Camaro SS. Right? I feel like I'm the shit. But my Achilles heel, the thorn in my side, is gorgeous women, and not on no predatory way. The way I worship my car, it was like, oh my God, look at this suspension. I used to get up on under the back end of my car and look under there and like the independent suspension with the O-rings and the fucking sport shifting transmission and V8 500 horsepower smoked I smoked the Hellcat, bro. He had the black key. I wouldn't give a fuck which key he had. He should have fucking not left the house with the fucking wrong key, bitch. And the fuck, how you still not have enough horsepower? You're supposed to be stocked with 700 some horsepower. Oh, it's the driver. Well, he was the only one in the car, bitch. Like they couldn't switch in the middle of the interstate. I smoked the fucking Hellcat. Own it. I own it. Own business, nigga. My Camaro was fast as shit. I had it for 5 years. If you know me and you see me in that bitch, you know my shit. You rode in it. Oh, you felt it. Literally had Lamborghini style. I loved it. I didn't even put pipes on it. I love the sound. I had a European sound. Whoop, whoop, powerful as shit. Not like these lawnmowers and fucking you nowadays. Like that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen or heard. I remember the first year I got it, I pulled up to this light and this motherfucker was in a Challenger. It wasn't a Hellcat. I think it was probably a 392 Bumblebee. Whatever. It was still fast, right? He was in the car with his bitch. I don't know him or her, so I'm saying in a general purpose. And he's over there looking at me, and you know, I'm a flossy nigga when you try to come and be arrogant to me. He had a sports car, I had a sports car, and those are the only ones I respect, honestly, because the Mustangs, y'all suck dick. I never lost to a Mustang, never. I will say, granted, that I tried to make this young kid that was in the Cobra, he didn't run. I seen a dude in the Celine. I respect Celine and the Roche, 100%, because I know your shit is got power. But I've never had nobody that had the itch to fucking go against me. The 5.0 and the 3.5, I literally blew the paint off of you bitches. You're like cowboy fans. You're so delusional. Your shit don't even have the torque. Camaro, 648 torque pounds. And if you don't know what that means, it basically means this. When I touched the gas, it did what the fuck I said. No hesitation whatsoever. Boom. Just like that. I had a friend, and the reason why I noticed, I had a friend that had a 5.0, which is the step below a Cobra or Celine and all that shit, right? V8, powerful was supposed to be. And when he first got it, before I even got my Camaro, like, oh man, get in here, man. Look, he was so happy about it. And they are a pretty car. I'm gonna say that. They're a pretty car. But compared to a Camaro, y'all can suck dick. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't shit. I literally have smoked every single one in 5 years, not lost a one Mustang from a 5.0 down. Cobra, Celine, I ain't race you. But I beat fucking goddamn 392 Bumblebee packages on fucking Challengers and fucking goddamn Chargers. So at the end of the day, I didn't give a fuck if you did have I'm still gonna try you. I raced the fucking V10 Audi. Didn't really expect to win, but he was only like a car length in front of me the entire time. Maybe he was playing with me. I don't know. That you could say. He probably was playing, but we had fun though. Once I seen I could beat him, then we like relaxed and we just fucking did what sports cars do and have fun. Even the Mustangs, when they knew they couldn't beat me, we just relaxed at that point. We just had fun and do a Mustang, and we just drove fast and did shit, you know. But but no, the Camaro's a bad motherfucker. So I started going to Lust after COVID, and 10 times more girls than fucking Taboo, and it was my coping mechanism and my drug. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, to be adorned by 20, 30, and on the weekends, 50, 60 fucking beautiful girls, fake and real validation were both accepted. And I knew the difference between fake and real. I really did. I wasn't a fool. Except when I dropped my guard and I was like, oh, this one really does like me. No. They like the safe, bright light that I had They love the harmlessness of this human interpretation of a fucking lightning bug. And they put me in a fucking mason jar and they screwed the top down nice and gentle and carefully with the breather hose in it. And that's where I stayed. The difference between me and a fucking predator is I accepted the I accepted the place where I was put. Once I realized it's never gonna happen. But I love this friendship. I love this person. And one thing I'm gonna say this about cancer. I'm only speaking about me when I speak about cancer. If you're a cancer, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. Romantic love, friendship love, general love, it don't fucking matter. I'm gonna love you just as hard regardless. The better friend you are to me, the more love I'm going to give you. And you're not gonna be able to absorb that shit. I am a 200% energy pushing motherfucker. Nobody will ever outdo me in how I treat my people, how I treat my friends. And if you're gorgeous inside and out, you're an angel to me. You're a goddess. You're special, and you should be treated that way. And to the stories that I've heard, cried in hotel rooms or at my house, and literally just literally just they just I just became the emotional babysitter. I didn't ask them for anything. But of course, women, I had to learn. I learned so much in the last 6 years. I learned that there are women in these clubs that are they're wired to be predicated or to predicate everything on a dollar or everything on transaction without them being on the giving end of the transaction. So it's really not transaction. I don't know if that's transactional or not. I guess they feel like their time because they're this and that and pretty. Like that's gonna be back in Pretty Privilege Part 2, which we're gonna be doing real soon. This weekend hopefully. But at the end of the day, um, it's I guess and when I say predatorial, it's like if they know I was making six figures in my job, like I have bread. And give a fuck. I don't care about money, honestly. It's just what I can do with it. If I can help someone buy titties, pay rent, light bill, those things for people that I genuinely just deeply care for. And again, romantic friendship didn't matter. Like I don't love you 100% uh um unconditionally. If you I felt it was a privilege to be around some of these women. Um Like for real, like it was. You could really be with anybody. Like you, and I'm not saying like I'm ugly. I know I'm not. I'm designer down every fucking day. I have a closet, dresser. I have a house full of fucking designer clothes. I don't buy nothing cheap unless I'm going to the pool or beach or something. But or it's workout gear or some shit like that. Like all my shoes together probably over fucking 5-6 grand if you add it all up together. Two of my off whites $1,000 a piece. Like I'm not even bragging because I only paid 300 for them, but they're authentic and they're real. Um, but what I'm saying, the value, you look on Amazon right now, look up off white Nikes, they're 800 to $1,000 brand new there. They didn't have the connecting plug I had. It's all good though. But at the end of the day, I'm not an ugly dude. I don't have no wrinkles. I'm 52 years old. I have muscles, more muscles than most of these 25, 30, 40-year-old motherfuckers. You feel me? I am in shape now, thanks to diabetes, which I don't have no more. I'm gonna do a show on that too. But at the end of the day, I'm a sexy motherfucker. And that part that I can't mention on here, yeah, that part. I am the package, but I yield to women because they're a weaker vessel. Not that they're weak, but they don't need you to be fucking so goddamn strong because then you're gonna take them from out of being fucking women and they're gonna have to be strong. And I want them to be soft. I want them to be stress free. And I don't look at them as objects. I don't look at them as fuck dolls. I don't look at them as vehicles. They're beautiful. They're a beautiful life. They're flowers. You ever admire the flower? Man, that flower is so beautiful. That rose is so beautiful. That orchid. Oh my, that's how I look at women. The way people look at nature is the way I look at women. And I don't have no ill thoughts, no dirty thoughts, unless you my girl. Like I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. Like I'm gonna break your back. But I man, well, that wasn't so long. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, I look at women like I put them up so high because they go through so much, and their temperament isn't to absorb that. Men are stronger, and I'm gonna do a show on why a man, good man, not a bum, but a real good man who's literally had a track record, a lifetime record of taking care of people and giving to a point where it hurts. He'll give his last and hope he makes it up down the line to someone that needed it right then, who doesn't make what he makes, who doesn't do what he does. You know, at the end of the day, why is that man? I'm jumping on top. I'm gonna get right back on lightning, but hold on. Why does that man be less of a man when he can't? His car's in the shop. He can't give you a ride. Oh, uh, I've literally been. I got cabin fever. I've been stuck in the house for fucking 2 weeks. Nobody's checked on me. I'm not. I take that back. I hate when people say nobody. I've only had one or two people consistently, not even consistently, but like check on me. I am not nobody's responsibility, but I am a lot of people's fucking friend. And I've never let nobody go weeks, months without me fucking checking on, hey, look, what's you good? Because if I'm doing that, that means I fell back from you. If I'm not fucking checking on you, texting you at least, text is free. Like a female should jump on the shit that's free because y'all don't want to spend money. Nobody's ever gone out to dinner has really had to consistently come out of their pocket for shit. I've had my best friend, like, um, uh, literally almost try to force me to take money for dinner. I said, no, I got it. I asked you out. Gentlemen, if I ask you, I ain't paying. If you ask me, I'm gonna be irritated. If you go, oh, you got this right. Like, why didn't you even leave with that, bitch? You could have literally said, look, I can't afford it, but I want to go eat. Can we go eat? And then you give me the choice to let me know, one, if I can afford it at the time, which I mean I could, but two, like if I even wanted to pay for a dinner for you, like that's such a pretty privileged move. It's so fucking ugh. You cute, but you ain't that fucking cute if you keep trying to pull that. And then so the next time, yeah, I'm probably not gonna answer my phone. You feel me? I know when people are playing me. I do. But at the end of the day, I'm a sucker for the beauty. And then so in the time and lust, it was so overwhelming and it was confusing too because these women were good. They weren't like the girls at Taboo. Taboo was just a few girls and they were just basically like like local girl, like your neighbor next door. Like I was just cool, whatever. But Lust has some of these career predatorial bitches that literally just like, you know what? Played the shit out of me. That's why there's titties walking around Martinsburg. Played me. But then that lesson, and then the other one, that one lasted 10 months, didn't spend as much money because she literally basically lived on 1% of her income. And she made probably 1,000, 2,000 a day. But she was on another level and she wanted to do something that love love didn't play a part. She was analytical, not mechanical. Um, and she took the route that she thought could benefit her the most for her financial goals and her family, getting her daughters in the house, whatever, whatever. And that man literally, um, he lost his stores. She had tens of thousands of dollars of nice clothes and stuff in his store. And literally, he sold her shit. This motherfucker's supposed to have money. Like, he sold this queen. I call her queen all the time. She's a beauty. Unfortunately, I have a category that some um, women go into because of the honesty and the way they literally are transparent with some things. Um, she could do no wrong. I have friends that can do no wrong. The slap that I got 2.5 years ago, like, shit, they love it as they were best friends. Couldn't do no wrong. I had those 10 lenses. I look through like, oh, she didn't intend that. She's drunk. She's in a moment, expressive movie scene type moment. And I process, approve, disregard, disregard, disregard. And then I look down to the core of her and she loves me to death. She's my best friend. She did not mean that in a harmful way. And she just was in a mental character mode. The one that literally um, told me to fall back because, oh, I'm picking this dude, Ed, and I can't date you. Nothing else is gonna happen. She literally told me for the longest, like I have three guys that and I'm like, this gorgeous girl literally put me in a group of three. I felt honored, like I was privileged to fucking be in this pool. I felt like I was on a dating game or something. I was a privilege. I didn't look at yeah, I mean, it was kind of like I'm better than that, but fuck that. Like I was a gorgeous woman who literally makes six figures doing what she does, dancing. I make six figures, like whatever. But the guy he really conned her, and that's kind of like I don't really be sad for when women in a predatory business get conned. I did not appreciate her. I felt like I wanted to protect her from that, and I felt like he was full of shit, and I was right. um, and eventually he lost his store. They fucking fell out, and she apologized, and she didn't come because she's a prideful motherfucker. She didn't come like, oh, let's redo this. At the end of the day, she lost thousands of dollars worth of clothes because of that. Um, Mind you, the same time, because she was supposed to move in the house that I had just moved in that year, and gave me fucking 1,200 toward the deposit to move in the house. And when she changed her mind, um, she was like, she, white folks, all black folks ain't niggas. I'm not a nigga. um, I think she was going to think that she wasn't going to get her money back, and that it was going to be an issue or whatever. She said, well, don't worry about the money, blah, blah, blah. Um, but can't move in because my daughter at the time was coming and she wanted a room for her. She's trying to get her kids. And I understood that part. The end of the week, she had her 1,200 back and she was shocked, which is kind of offensive because, like, I told you I was going to give it back. And I gave her 1,200. And in that moment, I gave black people a good light in her eyes. She is a white girl. She's not racist whatsoever. Um, but projecting, um, stereotyping, I guess, and in general sense that this hoping that it wasn't that situation, but maybe that it could be. So you're protecting yourself by saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna worry about the money because if I don't get it, then I won't be mad." I killed all that. She realized then I was a solid motherfucker. I was really good, and I meant what I said, and I kept my word. And I was harmless. My light, she liked my light. My light was bright. Everybody in the club liked my light. Everybody they love my energy. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I solidified. I felt like I won. I put a flag on the moon for black folks. You got a Russian flag, American flag. Now we got a black flag. Like in her life, in her world, all black people are not this and that. A little bit offensive, but it is what it is. That was the second major. Didn't spend much with her because she literally had bread. I just did things out of my own pleasure. That's just the way I do. Um, and then everything after that was just small little bouts, small little bouts. And then there's this one Puerto Rican. Everybody knows I'm talking about. Um, and it was beautiful in the beginning, the first 10 days, and then we had a fallout, and then we didn't talk for a week or two. But because our energies and our like spirits were so um not connected, but oh my god, they were so compatible. But she was in a dark space, and toxicity was her thing. That's what she liked to drink. Um, we became friends again and the best of friends, and I always had her back. She always had my fucking back. You feel me? Um, and during that course of time, uh, there were other situationships, and not even relationships, but like I only had one other one, and that was uh, the one girl, and she was a pure addict. Um, so there was a lot of arguments, fights, blah blah. That I don't even think that the Puerto Rican. In the last 10 days, I have not had a serious relationship. I have to date. I have not had a serious relationship. I have not. Um, but I've had moments that literally used up my fucking time, my money, my resources. Not to the extent like before, but I'm a gentleman, and when I court a female, I'm coming hard. And at the end of the day, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to impress upon you that I'm going to be better than anybody you've had from the past up until now. I'm not saying I'm going to be the best thing from now and for the rest of your fucking life. You can meet another me or better me or whatever. You feel me? Like that's for you. That's your taste. That's your, what you like and what you want to feel. You feel me? But when I come You're not going to forget me. You're not going to be able to refute anything, and you're not going to say nothing bad about me. And if you do, you're lying because you're trying to deflect off of how bad you fucked up with me and how bad you treated me. You feel me? I have a brand and a name. You can go in any club, any club I've been in, and nobody in that club is going to say, "Well, Derek tried to touch me," and Derek literally tried to lock the door, and like literally, like my house has always been a safe house. This house here that I'm in now, I've had females. Like last year, I felt like I was fucking goddamn Hugh Hefner, but I just wasn't getting no pussy. You feel me? Like I have all my rooms filled up, my basement filled up, my couches stayed full. Ask any one of them girls that have a creep in their fucking room slide their panties down or no dumb shit like that. No. I go in my room stays locked. I might be in there beating my dick. And then I'm fucking human. I get horny too. But I'm not gonna come to you. I'm gonna go to the internet. It's free. And I ain't gotta hear that bitch no more. When I cut my phone off, it's done. Bye, bitch. You feel me? We're done. But female, can you feed me now? I don't have to feed my phone. I did not. Sex is not what drives me. Women think that. Oh man, just want. No, I don't want to fuck. But if we are vibing, we're in a relationship or we're casual, you feel me? Like, and I don't think they feel like, oh, he can't be casual. He just want to marry somebody. Yeah, I want to treat you right for the rest of your life. Women predicate on coming up for a day. I'm trying to take care of you for a fucking lifetime. But they don't want that. They want to take that bug and that beautiful lightning bug that glows so beautifully that they've cooped up and captivated and put in this fucking jar and take it down and put it on the table when they're feeling sad, when they're feeling depressed and they're feeling fucked up. And this man didn't beat on them. He didn't cuss them out. He didn't ran all the fucking gas out their car. He didn't fucking did all this shit. Fucking fucked them like sluts in the ass, got them stupid drunk. Now I'm literally just slutting you out not with his boys, but just him treating you because you're so beautiful and he don't want you to realize how beautiful you are. He don't want you to know that. So he's keeping you feeling like shit. And the more shittier you feel, and that shit gets to a motherfucker after a while. And then you come to the most beautiful, brightest light from a man that you've ever known. And you take him off a shelf that you keep him cooped up on, and you put him down on this fucking table, and you look at him and you talk through the glass, it's got air holes, so he can hear you. It's kind of like when you go to the bank, like, hello, how you doing? Like, kind of, thanks for coming in. At the end of the day, you cry at this fucking blessing that you have cooped up in a goddamn jar that could literally make your life bright for the rest of your life. Not that I'm perfect, but if all the things that you complain about and cry about at night, at home, alone, being beat on, being aggressed. I hope that didn't get too intelligent for you. But him being his tension and being aggressive towards you, disrespect, not treating you like a beautiful creature that you are, not treating you like a princess, a queen, fucking goddamn goddess. I use that word a lot. At the end of the day, then you come here and then you get that from this fucking beautiful bug in this jar. And then you fucking goddamn, you get full off that battery because it's like an essential physical, figurative fucking battery. And you fucking look and you feel good and you cry and Bug is crying because he can't get out and fucking hold and save you. Like he's stuck, but he accepts that he's stuck. But at the end of the day, he's giving something motivating, captivating, loving to something that he respects and that he admires. So he's okay staying in there. You're safe, he's safe. But he does not have a life. His life is inspiring you. And then you put him back on that fucking shelf and then you go back into that motherfucking pig pen of a fucking toxic relationship. And then you go through it all over again. Is that fair? That's not even fair to you. I mean, I get it. It's kind of like a fighter. He goes in the ring. He's got 2.5 minutes to fuck goddamn fight for his life. And and then when the fucking bell rings, where he go? In his corner, talk to his team, wiped up, pull out his fucking goddamn piece, get some water. Hopefully he can keep doing this for another 12 rounds. But he's a fighter. This is his profession. That's not his only fight. He's gonna fight again next month. He's gonna fight again and again and again and again until he's no longer a fighter. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all not. You don't fucking feel me, right? And then after that round, what you gotta do? Unless you're just gonna stand in the fucking ring and look stupid, you gonna go back to your corner. These females, they're gonna go back to home or wherever at the end of the day, and they're gonna get their lightning bug. and I'm just one of millions. They're gonna get their lightning bug and they're gonna pull them down. I just feel this. I feel that. I don't even know what to say. I just want to cry. Well, just cry. Let's cry together. And I feel their pain because I am so empathetic. I feel it, not sympathetic, but empathetic. Some of them I do have sympathy for, but I'm empathetic and I cry like a bitch with them because I'm crying for them. The one that I called the queen, that literally like, oh, I'm gonna go with that. She told me a story of how she was her. This was a long time ago. Her husband abusive, so abusive. Mom fat shamed her, and uh, and their husband got to the point she didn't want to eat. To the point she was sick in the hospital, damn near dying. I I felt it. I saw it. I envisioned. Not that I'm psychic, but I envisioned what she was going through or went through to the point where was standing there like one of the ghosts of Christmas past, and I was like, that's such a painful thing to hear how a woman could be treated like that from a man. And I know she was damn good to him. And I see that in these clubs. These women are so good to the wrong motherfuckers, hoping to fix them. And I'm hoping to fix them. Not even for me, but for your next one. Like, let me just make you better for the next one. You ain't got to take me. Because the fact that you sat there and took time out of the time that you entertained me, because I always take a less position, because when you take a less position, then someone can raise you up. But if you're already too high, who the fuck wants to sit here and climb a ladder to having to pull you back down? I'm humble. I'm humble. And I'm grateful that the women that I deal with, and they don't have to be gorgeous. Your spirit can be gorgeous, your character can be gorgeous. I know people that are not dancers. Like, I have one partner, been my partner for 5 years. Like, it's no relationship there, but like literally just been my best friend for 5 years. I, I I'm down. I forgot the expression. Oh, I'm down bad for that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they need something, I got you. If I got it, you got it. You know. But unfortunately, I I'm like the king that doesn't like to be up there in the courtyard because those bougie motherfuckers, those weird motherfuckers, they just different breed and they're just kind of arrogant and they really look down on everything and everyone. I'm the type of king that likes to go down into the where the peasants, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean just people that are on a lesser scale, where whether it's money, work, or mentality, they just haven't matured enough yet. They don't have the emotional maturity yet. They don't have things that fucking goddamn to put them on a that they just don't even want to be up there. Some don't. You feel me? Like that's like, I go down there because I feel like I can be more of use. I went through a life at home with my mom where I didn't feel validated. I'm sorry, I didn't even get to the point when I was talking about my mom. All this time, her never coming to visit me. And I'm gonna come back. I'm looping. Sorry, I'm gonna connect it in a second. Because this is what put me in such a saving type of mentality. I'm not saving them because I feel less than a man. I'm not trying to save them because I feel less than a person. I'm trying to save them because I know what not being loved feels like. And it's bullshit that anybody on this planet has to go through that. You feel me? At the end of the day, I did not feel love, validation, confirmation, respect from my mother. And for 30 years, I gave her no charges, no nothing. You feel me? Took care of my kids. I didn't put my kids on her. Hey, can you take care of me? I took care of my own fucking kids. I worked 100 jobs. That's the first reason why my wife divorced me. Well, while we fell apart, because she's like, you work too much, bitch. Who gonna pay this electric bill? If it gets cut the fuck off, I am not gonna let my bills get cut off. I'm gonna work as many jobs as I can. We do the family Bible study when I take a breather from all this work. And instead of her respecting that, I'm trying to be a man because I wasn't that way as a teenager and I'm still a young man then. She just, "Oh, I just want you here. I can't be here with you, bitch. I'm gonna be pissed if we don't got no money. If the fucking bills is, and it's Alabama, so don't think it was super expensive. It wasn't, but it wasn't super paying either. So like I'm like full part time, round the clock. I never for at least fucking 8 of those years, I had always had 2 jobs. And if I didn't like that shit, I would fucking go, you feel me, to um I see people commenting. Hey, I don't get that very often. Hello, how you doing? um At the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit at home and look in your face. And I did what I had to do as a man, take care of my kids. My kids are healthy, beautiful, growing, and doing positive shit. Man, my ex-wife don't talk no more. Whatever. At the end of the day, I did my job, and she did her job as a mother. I can't say nothing bad about her as a mother, except the way that. And I'm sorry, son, or whoever's watching, but she coddled the fuck out of him, and that didn't help. Suggesting to women: do not make your son your figurative husband. You are literally handicapping your child when you do that. Keep him your son, keep him your daughter, keep him your fucking child. Stay a fucking adult. Stay a fucking parent. Stop fucking connecting this symbolical weird ass vibe cord to these kids. You're fucking them up. Believe it or not. Judge me or not for saying that. But when you do that, you literally are fucking your kids up. My son he's good. He's great. He's not fucked up. Was, but he's grown and matured. I'm real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for nobody. But my mom, and then the last 3 years to be sick, after already 20 something years of literally like not even being there for me, you feel me? Like you weren't there for me. You didn't come and check on your grandkids. I had to take my broke ass from here to there, you feel me? At the end of the day, because you wouldn't come down here. But you went to fucking goddamn Ocean City regularly. You went to motherfucking Massanutten regularly. You went to Paris, flew 10 fucking goddamn hours to see some foreigners. You don't know them motherfuckers. You got 3 fucking grandbabies, eventually at some point, 5 grandbabies, and you never made one goddamn trip with that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Not one goddamn trip to see your fucking kids. Your struggling ass son who didn't go rob nobody, who didn't prostitute himself, who didn't sell drugs, do shit to fucking survive and take care of his kids. You didn't come see him once. A 2-hour flight, bitch. She's dead now. Still a bitch. I don't give a fuck. And then had the nerve last year to guilt trip me on your deathbed for an hour and a half. Instead of using that time to fucking bury the hatchet, instead of using that time to do something more positive, you guilt trip your son that you checked out on years, decades ago. And your bitch ass son literally did the same. Did nothing, neither one of you motherfuckers, but try to figure my way through life. Bullied like a motherfucker as a kid. Bullied as an adult. I'm bullied now, but not as much because I'll punch a nigga in his mouth. Dead ass. But because I was different growing up, I was more. Now that I look at it, I was sharper. I was smarter. Some people saw it. I remember when I was 10 years old in California, a lady in the church, um, she said, I went to my aunt's funeral 2 years ago. Well, no, I'm sorry, it's last year. This year is going by fast, but it was last year. And my aunt literally, uh, I saw that lady. I didn't remember her. I'm grown now. I didn't remember her until she said what she said. And she said, "Oh, I remember you, Derek, blah, blah, blah." And she gave me the biggest compliment that a 10-year-old could probably have. She said, "You were such a special child because you never met a stranger." Whoa, okay. I said, and as an adult, I can understand the vernacular what she was speaking is that I gave everybody a chance to become a friend. I never judged nobody. I never like stereotype people. I mean, I'd be on my head like, damn, why you got that on? Like, are you not tired of eating? Can you fit through the door? I'm sorry, but but as a kid, I was innocent, um, and I was very loving, kind, whatever you want to call it. And everybody, I went up to everybody. I was that kid. Like I probably could have been in some traffic ring or something back in them days because I was just too friendly. I took every and of course over time being trained by bullies, and I'm gonna do a category on that, a show on that, so you can understand what I mean. But at the end of the day, you feel me, like to be that impressionable and not lose it all the way into adulthood. Because now the I still do that now to strangers. Like I make people who feel the worst feel the best after 30 minutes, an hour. And I got a friend now, one of my subscribers on here. Met him a couple months ago, went through a traumatic situation with his wife. And that night that we talked, he was like on murder, death, kill type of status. And I was in my feelings. I'm telling you, weekends, Friday, Saturday, today, if I don't cry before this is over with, I'd be surprised. I'm trying to hold and I don't want to fucking cry all fucking goddamn time because what I'm talking about is painful shit. I went through some painful shit and I processed it, but I didn't quit on life. I didn't let motherfuckers demonize this angel. I'm still giving love. I'm still giving life. I'm still giving kindness because it feels good when there's at least one motherfucker out of 100 that appreciates it. And didn't appreciate, and they appreciate not having to prostitute themselves. I met a girl. I jumping, I know, but these are a lot of different things that all add up to the same thing. Just work with me. There was a girl through Snap, and I've met a lot of fucking scammers, but I knew she was a real person. I used to watch her story and stuff. Like we didn't date anything. She was like stays 2 hours away, and literally like I commented on a picture, right, and then she was um, like a week or so, maybe 2 weeks go by, right? And then she literally messages me and she's like, I don't normally do this, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, I've seen her story. Infant baby, she's not doing the most elaborate stuff. She's just normal stuff, right? Um, but at the end of the day, and I can read emotion through text too. She literally sent me this book through Snap messages. And she was like, I don't know you, you don't know me, boom, boom. But the boom, 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 boom. And long story short, she was asking for $80 for her rent. She's in income based housing. She was sick for a while, just had a baby, probably like a 4, 5, 6 month old maybe. She's about to start a job, haven't started yet, and asked for help. She basically was like, "I'll send you some nudes, I'll send you some videos, blah blah blah." I was going out to help someone. I was working that day, so I wasn't really a quick responder. If anybody knows me, I respond super quick most times. Um, but and I couldn't really respond quickly. But I told her, I said, "Look, I'm at work. Let me hit you in a little bit, and then I'll let you know." And I was thinking about it, so I was like, "It's $80. Like I'm going to a strip club and spend 200, 300, 400. It doesn't matter." Last year, no, end of 23. Before I quit going to Lust, I was spending 1,500 a night, Friday, Saturday, maybe Thursday too. I mean, $80. Fuck is $80? And if you're lying, it's just $80. That's how I rationalize. But at the end of the day, this is a mom who's trying to take care of kids. I'm a father back when I was trying to take care of mine. I had no help. Nobody gave me no handout. I didn't ask nobody either. But if I knew I could sell pictures of what's down there, whoo, I would have been started OnlyFans. No, baby, don't mind, y'all. I'm stop. I sent her the $80, and the response is what gave me comfort. The the feeling that she put in her response, I was like, I feel like I did a good thing. And but of course, like that's a start, right? So now I'm like, it's just like what's and there was some talk, like, well, we should hang out, go to dinner, blah, 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 blah. And never it's 2 hours away. Bro. Like, I don't know you like that. I don't trust people no more. About a week later, she said something about some diapers or whatever. I sent her the $40, and then the next time was probably like seven. She never asked for more than she didn't ask for a lot, which was one of the things that made me think, these were genuine requests, and like it wasn't, like no predatory shit, because you don't have to be in a strip club to be a predator or a scammer or a fisher or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I did that. But in this club, I just I just I hate. I don't even feel I'm attractive. To be honest, I know I'm attractive. I just don't feel attractive enough to be assertive and to be arrogant enough. You know what I'm saying? It's maybe a little confusing, but I just feel like I really am that lightning bug. And if the only way that I can interact with someone of that, I put these females on this stature. You feel me? And I give them what they've never got: a man that's emotionally intelligent, a man that's never aggressive, never yelling, never argumentative, never clapping out or crashing out. Unless you crash out on me. If you crash out on me, you're depleting all emotion I have for you. When my emotion's gone, I will treat you like a nigga. I won't put my hands on you, but I will cuss you the fuck out and make you feel like, what beast did I unleash? Because if I don't have no emotion for you, I don't have no feeling, I don't have no holdback, I will literally hurt your fucking feelings. Don't play with me. You think cancers are soft? No, bitch. We're just loving and caring. You motherfuckers just don't appreciate it. Some of y'all do, but a lot of y'all don't. A lot of y'all do not. And one felt that motherfucking pressure 2 months ago when I know I ain't gonna say what I did because I don't even know what I'm talking about, but at the end of the day, for an entire year, the attention, the yelling, the snapping and the crashing, and it's like, and we weren't even in a relationship at all. Um, but the respect level literally dissipated, which made my emotion and my devotion as well dissipate. So then it got to the point now I'm matching energy. You crash out, bitch, I'm gonna crash out better because I'm him, Pimp Lucius, bitch. Like, no nobody want him. Don't want him. I literally equate my that anger that I'm talking about. If you ever seen Clash of the Titans, if you haven't seen it, Google that shit. YouTube that shit. Like literally, like that is the beautiful analogy, perfect illustration of what I'm saying. That beast in the ocean, in the depths, way down in the depths of the ocean, where Satan himself had to go down there and let this bitch out. I have that beast in my proverbial Cancer aquatic ocean. I don't have the combination to that door or that lock. It does not have a key. I don't know how to get him out of there on my own. People literally pick that lock. And when they pick that lock, you're picking away my respect for you, my loyalty, my devotion, my dedication, my admiration, my tenacity. Everything that keeps me the best thing that you've ever had, people pick that shit away and they pick and they chip, and they bust that door open and that beast comes out. I don't know shit. I don't see shit. People call when they drink too much a blackout. That is my emotional cancer blackout. I don't give a fuck what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go to jail. You're gonna die. I'm gonna die. It doesn't motherfucking matter. If y'all were paying attention to my stories some months back, you seen I was driving. No, that was earlier this year. You seen I was driving a goddamn rental car, brand new rental car with a smashed windshield. I punched that windshield because I didn't want to punch that bitch in the face. You feel me? That's how angry, and that's what that beast does. I literally can keep them contained. I stay away from toxic people. I don't do toxicity and I don't do drama. I will sit here and cry with you through your drama. But if you're always dramatic and problematic, then I'm gonna basically avoid you. But if you come to me with a problem, I'm gonna be the greatest mother because cancer is the mothers of the sign. I'm gonna be the best therapist. I'm gonna be the best healer. I'm gonna fix your problem for you. At least try to. Or I'm gonna take on your problem, and then now we both going through some shit. Because you don't want to get the fuck off the nail. Get off the nail. Because you're sitting on a nail. Get off that fucking nail. But at the end of the day, that's me. And at the end of the day, you feel me? And I know this is long, but these are my feelings, and I'm telling y'all my feelings. Y'all can check out whenever you want, or you can literally look at this testimony that I'm giving and understand the lightning bug effect. I went through this time and time again. So I was adamant about making sure that I was the safest man in any of these females' lives. You can ask many of these girls, these women, babies, the fucking women, out there grown woman shit. How many of them I've helped make money just from some good old um, concern and loving advice. Because at the end of the day, when I'm in them clubs, I'm biased toward the men. I'm not on their side. Because a lot of guys coming there are predators, they're fucking molesters, they're fucking rapists, they're fucking weird motherfuckers that put drugs in a drink that women get escorted to their cars. You can't follow this bitch home. You can't take her to a car. You're not gonna catch her in the parking lot because they have security who will beat your fucking ass for harassing a bitch. So you're just doing some dumbass, I'm gonna play games and sit here and watch this bitch literally tweak all night. You're a weird ass, punk ass bitch, bum. You had nothing better to do, but then a girl's trying to fucking survive. Give her a better way to fucking survive instead of fucking putting a drug in her fucking drink out of sheer entertainment, bitch. So I'm in the club. I'm the safest thing in there because, well, aside from security, but I am looking more attentively than they are, honestly. Because most times, I promise you, unless I went to Maine many times, 9 times out of 10, everybody I pointed out got put the fuck out within an hour. I see what I see, and when I speak it, it is law. And every time I tell him, I was like, bro, like he said, well, I couldn't do nothing at that point because he didn't show me enough. I told you, you could at least like win on my word just once. Lately, last time I told him, I said, that guy right there, he's literally doing this. Watch him. All right, I'll keep my eye on him. Not even an hour. They was dragging him the fuck out this club. I'm in a fucking mason jar with a top on. Ain't much I can do. I can scream, hey, look, watch him, watch him, watch him. Hey, look, don't go back into that house. He's gonna beat you when you get home. Hey, look. But I was in my jar, and you know what's funny? Some of these girls was in a jar too. Their jar was just bigger. And maybe they had a door handle on theirs. They put themselves in that jar. Heard of self-sabotage? Because the ones that I thought I was in a relationship with, they were not in a relationship with me. It is what it is. But I was in a relationship, not even with them, but it was the image, the beautiful image that I created in my head. And I seen it as law, as reality, where in their reality, I was just a nice thing every now and then. And then they didn't even have avoidance. And that is a real disorder. Um, They didn't even have avoidance, but then they became avoidant because they knew they would have to rise up. They would have to level up. They would have to do something to continue to receive that. So they would do just a little bit. They would hang with me. They would come over to one of my barbecues. They would literally just appease me with their, and that was literally big to me. Most guys know better. Like, man, fuck, yeah, you ain't doing nothing but come to my barbecue. That, no. And I would just fucking the floodgates. When the floodgates open, I can't close them. Only you close them. I tell anybody, I don't change. I am I am reactive, not proactive. I'm only proactive on how I treat you and how I love on you and the gifts and the things that I do. And I promise you, like the last one, the Puerto Rican, she didn't have to. She breathed a problem. I'm fixing it. Her phone was cracked. The speaker on it was bad. She couldn't fucking goddamn. She couldn't use it for her alarm. I went and bought her $300. I don't even fucking fuck with iPhones. I don't like iPhones. I bought her a $300 iPhone. Unlocked. Here you go. Beautiful phone. There you go. iPhone, whatever. I don't know. Fuck iPhone. But I bought her a brand new iPhone. Bought her jewelry, real jewelry, silver and rubies. He was a Cancer too. Now you know what I'm talking about. But it don't matter. This is my fucking story. And it's my show. So I say what I want. Fucking goddamn. I had gifts for the next 6 months, nigga, ready to go. She was about to get a fucking big screen TV because I knew she had like a 55 and like she was doing good. She's taking care of her family, like literally working hard. Like she was good to them, not just not to me. It is at the end of the day, overall, she was a great friend, but not a good girlfriend. But gifts literally were coming. She literally was riding to work one day, and it was like she was talking to the girl on the phone. And again, she didn't ask me for none of this. I heard, I knew there was a need, I filled it, and that's my biggest preemptive strike that never hits right. That is my impulsiveness that I need to work on and fix. I know, but the right one would appreciate it when that time comes. Um, we were on the way driving her to work, and she was talking to a friend and talking about she had no food and she had her, so some people coming that weekend. That next day, I am not slow about helping people I know that need. And if you got my fucking heart, I'm on my shit. I'm there. I got your fucking back. You feel me? That next day, I didn't call. I didn't say shit. I literally just popped up with $200 of groceries from Costco, bruh. The bulky shit, the real quality meats, hamburger patty, like fruits. And we, the night before we played this game, like 21 questions, right? And I'm such a romantic. It is what it is. That day that I was heading to Costco, I was asking her questions again. And she didn't always respond. And so thankfully she did. So I was asking her questions about things she liked food wise. Because I knew I was going there and I didn't know a ton. I know what she didn't like. No mayonnaise, no shit like that. No texture stuff. And she was like, why are you asking me that? I said, I'm just doing 21 questions again. I literally, cancers can manipulate for good or evil. I am a good manipulator. I need to know what the fuck you like to eat because I don't just want to get you anything because then it's not going to be as special. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to get this way because I don't, you know what I'm saying? So like I manipulated that situation to find out what food she likes and what I could bless her with. And literally went in that bitch $200 because I could have put it in my refrigerator. My refrigerator is skeletal, but I usually just go buy what I'm gonna cook that day or I'm gonna go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have it that way. She didn't even have a car. Dropped us $200 in groceries. The next thing was perfume. I bought her nice perfume. And honestly, if y'all in the perfume, Jimmy Choo, I want you. Fellas, if you are that type of dude, you like to buy gifts, is not super expensive. I wear Jimmy Choo for men's. I literally have 4 cents for them. I love him to death. I want it very well, but I don't see it no more. Oh, I better try Amazon. Anyway, at the end of the day, I surprised her with that and the jury. The jury came like at the same time, which is a beautiful thing. It might have been around her birthday, I think, honestly. Um, but I'd already had things literally laid out. I was just gonna keep blessing, keep blessing. Um, her cash out would ring, shit like that. You feel me? If I had it. At the end of the day, I felt like for during those moments that I was let out of that mason jar. I said, okay, this is for real this time. And this is our second time around, honestly. And it's for real this time. Unfortunately, just like in the real world, they can let you out of prison, but at the end of the day, they can lock you back up too. And I give anybody that power. Whatever restrictions, boundaries, I don't cross them. This is where you want to be, but this is where we'll be. And again, remember early on, it's been a minute, but early on, certain people can do no wrong. I don't give a fuck what it is. And this was hideous. I cried for an entire week when the smoking gun. I knew something was wrong. I knew something wasn't right. I felt her fall back. I felt her retreat, her energy different, change, shift, whatever. And it did not come back. And one of our mutual friends basically handed me the smoking gun that I needed. I feel like the universe really be doing this job. Carmen does too. I love them both. And she told me like such and such. She's been fucking blah 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 for the last few months. What? I've been taking care of her for the last few months. Groceries, $300 phone, fucking $300 jewelry, perfume, blah blah. Rise. Wow. It was to the point where I picked her up, literally, like you had your pack of cigarettes and your fucking drink for your pregame before you get to work. She didn't even have to ask for that. Fucking goddamn White Claw, whatever you wanted, was sitting in your seat. That's the type of bro I am. That's the type of nigga I am. You feel me? She was catered very well, taken care of very well. Ain't sitting here cheating. And I find the one, I'm not cheating. I'm not fucking that up. I'm literally doing too much to show you how good I am for you not to cheat. Why the fuck am I gonna cheat? And you're literally basically dealing with a fucking crackhead motherfucker that has no job, has no house, has no car, he didn't put $200 groceries in shit. He didn't buy this phone. And I don't bring up shit I've done until you literally spit in my face. And I'm like, it's not that, oh, I did this, you shouldn't have did that. I did this. Why did you do that? If he couldn't give you nothing but some fucking poisonous drug and dick, what was so, because she didn't have to stop who she was. She didn't have to elevate. She didn't have to grow because he accepted her, the bad side of her, and didn't make her elevate. He didn't make her like, you know, she was okay down here because it didn't require any responsibility. You didn't have to have any type of, you didn't have to have shit. It didn't matter. You argue, you fuss, and fight, they leave, go home, come back, fucking again. But with somebody that literally is on all shit, is on level shit, that's doing this and doing that, it's it's scary. And then like I guess because the past relationships, and this is one of the past relationships, this is years in the making. You're scared that the man is treating you like like Christmas every day. It's gonna switch up. But yeah, I did. Is you switch me up. And even to the day, we still talk like best friends because that was the one that I truly wanted. But I don't let her control me. I moved on. I'm not when I told her, she's like, I sent her a picture of me crying, and she's very callous, very cold. Not like, not like disrespectfully cold, but it's like it was like, oh well, you know how we do it, bum, bum, bum. And I stopped crying. I never cried since then. Well, maybe there was one sometime later, but like, cause I still love the girl. But After she came callous and the way she did that, that sobered me up. I'm like, bro, like you're crying every day like a bitch. She not thinking about you whatsoever. I stopped crying. I had no more hope. That was it. So to sum it up, as I know it's long, and I'm sorry, but this is my feelings. This is what tears me up. And this this tattoo of this hand ripping the skin, revealing the heart, that's her initials on the thumb. Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't regret having this on because the thought behind it was all the torturous pain that I've gone through dealing with, and it's self inflicted on my part. I don't blame them. I blame them for lying because you didn't have to lie. Because at the end of the day, you know anything about cancer, true cancer, tell me the truth. I'm still probably gonna rock with it. Figure out about the titties for like if you would have never mentioned that the fuck that I was potentially gonna be in the runnings for partner, I still would have bought your titties because your story made me cry. You hate your body. I hate my body. I mean, I could fix it if I was consistent going to the gym, probably. Actually, I look 10 times better than I've ever looked in my entire life. So I'm okay with it, but I'm still like critical on my stomach. So I get why women can be critical on her body, but I seen her deformity and I fixed it for her. No sex, no head, not even a dick rub. I'm in a strip club. Getting a dick rub, like, oh my God, this didn't change nothing. And then when I fell out with her, not in a you couldn't see it. Nobody knew I fell out. I mean, except for the ones that I said I don't fuck with her no more. That was it. It was simple as I didn't go put my hands on her. I didn't go slash her tires. I didn't go beat the little Baywatch looking motherfucker she started. I didn't do shit. I walked the fucking way and jumped back in my fucking jar where it was safe. And I've just moved on. I moved on from that. Like, here's a lot of the emotional fight, the war. I swear to God, is hard to deal with internally because not everybody understands it. Like, oh, just get over it. You're not in that no more. You got out that. Yeah, I did, but the pain's still there. The pain's still there, and there's so much pain from my entire life and trauma from my entire life, and I still put out love. I still put out kindness, not being nice, but kindness, and I still put out loyalty. And man, it's like I should quit. I should join my aunt and the way she killed herself. But for some reason, I just won't do it. I don't know. I will say this though. I was like, only reason I haven't done that is because I'm like, I don't want all these fake people to come to my funeral and show so much love and sympathy. Bitch, where were you when you could have prevented this? You feel me? Like that's the only reason I'm still here. I think sometimes. But that because I just have a hopeful nature. Um, but I'm not happy with myself. But at the end of the day, I have the ability to compartmentalize my own the way I look at myself, and I don't see me. I only see the people in front of me, and that's why I do so much for so many people. People are like, oh, you're just stupid. No, I'm not. I am helping people who need it. People I help, they need what I'm giving them. Whether it's money, a place to stay, or fucking ride. I get my truck tomorrow. I've been stranded for 2 weeks. Guess how much my phone gonna ring there? You know what? I'm still gonna pick them up. The fuck? I don't care. And my Hummer ain't like gas in the rental cars, but I'm still pick them up. Cause why? I don't care about what I go through, what I receive. There's a little bit of sunshine that I get from, you know, being on the passenger seat in my little mason jar with the fucking breather hose in the fucking top, looking over at this heavenly entity next to me. It keeps me company. Like if a prisoner has a fucking window where he can see the road, oh my God, he's just like a fucking he's like a hamster on a wheel with a fucking a picture of cheese, or you can see the cheese, and he's literally just yeah, that part. Oh, that was nah, that doesn't necessarily match though. Well, for that moment it did, but not for the lightning bug in the jar. Because at the end of the day, I sit there until I'm called on. It's kind of like a genie in a bottle, right? Like you can't get out the bottle until he's released, and nobody wants to release me out this jar. Not yet. And maybe they will, maybe they won't. But until then, I'm gonna have a track record of a lifelong journey of helping a lot of people. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I accept my fate but don't try me because I'm a lot smarter than I was. I protect my money and I don't give it to people that are full of shit. You can get a ride. I don't give a fuck about giving you a ride, but I don't give a fuck about people that are full of shit. But that's like it is an extremely sad analogy. And if you have someone in that, please don't play with them. Please, like I can say about my friends, they are honest, they're transparent, they're upfront, and I know what it is. They set their boundaries, and I don't cross them. They're okay with doing that, whatever. I'm okay with doing it. My wanting better is for people around me to be better. And I don't know, maybe it will change. I'm 52. Like, do you think it's gonna change? Like, the fuck, do I have to go to 100? I feel like I'm gonna live to 100. But at the end of the day, do you think it's gonna change? No. I just have to be careful about who I let put their hands on my jar. That was not sexual. But some of y'all might take it that way. I don't know. But and that's what I'm working on. Being careful about who gets access to my vulnerableness. Because sometimes it's not just being gaslighted. Sometimes it might just be, you know, it could be gaslighting, but I don't really see that because I'm diving off the cliff to try to be the hero for this person. You know, I call myself the platinum 5-star placeholder. I do it the best. So I appreciate you guys entertaining and watching and being here. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna come over here and fake shit. There's people who know me for more than 6, 7 years. You can call me on my bullshit if you know me, but I'm authentic and I am not soft. I'm not weak. I'm human and I'm treating people like humans. And other humans who don't act like humans are making it seem like it's inhumane to be fucking nice and kind. The basic requirements of humanity. I'm just the movie version of it because I write the script. I don't let you bitches dictate how I love people. And some people get in their feelings because they hate their fucking life and they're in their dark trauma and they see through the window this bright light of somebody doing something good. And then if you see two fucking bright lights, like literally, like, I'm not even gonna say when the situation is, but there's a situation where there's two bright lights and they're coming together. And when they do that, Satan doesn't want to see that shit. Two powerful motherfuckers, two loving people, two people who have been through so much and they're now trying to do something. And then this motherfucker who hates their life, who literally has like I've accepted being in this fucking glass jar, but it's literally like someone can release me from it. You feel me? I give that power out. I don't hold that power. But the people that are in these situations in their lives, they could literally they can release themselves from that. But they don't want to go the work that it takes, the process, the mental, the pain. They're just like they're sitting on a nail. That dog sitting on a fucking nail. You feel me? And they're goddamn content. They got to be because they didn't get off the fucking nail. Nobody's pushing them down and holding them on the nail. But no, now you got the energy not to get off the nail, but to go over here and fuck up two people who are becoming happy. Miserable faggot motherfuckers. And I'm not talking about homosexuals. So please do not come at me LGBTQ. It's just, um, let me use another word. You poisonous, evil bitches. I retract my last statement. I am sorry. Because we're not talking about LGBTQ or anything of a homosexual nature. I'm talking about evil, poisonous people. Simple as that. Simple as that. At the end of the day, if one of the people are impressionable of those two bright lights, you're going to dim somebody's fucking light. You're going to murder. Emotional, mental happiness of murder. You're going to fucking commit because if they don't make it because of the poison that you fucking planted in somebody's fucking head, you deserve to go to fucking jail because that's murder. That's worse than killing a person and taking their life. Because now this person's gonna stay miserable, and this other person's gonna fucking be heartbroken because what they were deserved of being, or what they deserved to have, you took it away because you couldn't stand your fucking life. Get the fuck up off your ass, leave your situation, fucking no contact. That's what you do with narcissists, and build a different life. This is not even just about being America. This is fucking humanity. We are fucking leaders. God, we are baby gods, human gods. I've been in Alabama, hated that life for 12 years. I ain't there no more. I'm fucking living in a fucking brand new, never lived in fucking townhouse. Like I have a paid for car. I have like literally like my bills get paid. Like, bruh, I'm not still in Alabama hating life, but you bitches are. Leave your situation. I've even offered safe housing for motherfuckers that are in abusive situations that are scared to leave. Like, come here, block. Get your shit together, get you an attorney, save your fucking money. I gave my way out. No, you want to stay there. You want to keep re-drinking and regurgitating your fucking vomit, you poisonous bitch. Bitch. I will not let you motherfuckers demonize this angel. Show's over. I gotta bounce it. This movie. But I love y'all. Like, share, comment. See you on the next one.